Hello, everyone. It is Friday, and I have a story for you that I wanted to share. Just so you know, disclaimer, I'm going to talk about orgasms and sex. So, if that is not something you want to listen to, then you should just keep going. Because this story is full of it. As you can tell by the topic, the title of this video about fake it or make it, I really came to not like that saying after this interaction, because it popped in my head after I had this conversation with someone. So what happened was someone from my past came and reached out to me and talked to me about I don't know if it was a post or a video that I had shared about faking orgasms, and I believe it was a video I did a while back, and really talked about the disconnect that I was having from my point of view, right? What I was experiencing, and was sharing that story. So that's a video from probably, I think, last year. I'd shared that openly, focusing on, how disconnected I was from my body. And I know that doing that and faking it, right? And I'm talking about faking orgasms and things like that, or, not being truthful about what feels good and what doesn't, with the partner that you're with. I know that's not a good thing, right? But it was it was such a learned behavior and kind of just the comfort zone that I was in, that it was just really easy for me to go there, and kind of disconnect, right? So this person reached out to me and we had a conversation, and I tried to openly talk about, where I was coming from and hearing where he was coming from, and it really doesn't help anybody to fake it until you make it when it's around, and sex, being intimate with someone else, it's not, you don't want to fake it. That is the last place you should fake anything. And because, and this conversation with this person just really opened my eyes up even more, because I did know that was hurting the other person, but this really gave it to me from his, how he perceived what I talked about and shared, and, how he felt and things like that. So really was like a good slap in the face to kind of wake me up and again, just solidify that having that open dialogue and having those conversations, even though they might feel weird, awkward, to have them anyway, to preface the conversation with, hey, I have something I want to share with you and I feel kind of awkward about it. Can you just listen? Really just creating that space with the other person to allow them to be able to share, you to be able to share openly. So, and what I wanted to also bring up is, because, he brought up how it affected him in that way, it doesn't help anybody, right? You're giving the impression that what they're doing, you are enjoying, that they should keep doing it, and next time do it, the same way, when it's really not doing anything and you're just kind of waiting for it to be done. So, that's not good either. And it just creates that disconnect between the other person, not just yourself and your own body, but between your body and that other person. And so I don't like the fake it till you make it in this certain avenue, because it's not good. It's not good for anyone involved. And what's really great is having those conversations and openly talking with someone, with your partner about it, and and being honest with the way your body reacts, right? It may take you longer, it might not. There's certain ways, right? There's certain ways to do it, and that you enjoy, and that it can be a fun conversation. And, it can be silly, you can bring humor into it, whatever it may be, because if you think about it, sex is silly. It can be silly. It can be awkward, in a good way. And it's a space that you can be vulnerable with another person, and be silly at the same time, and it's safe. There's no negativity and there's no faking, right? So I just wanted to come on here and share that story because someone did reach out to me about that. And I got to have that conversation and get to hear it from the other person, which is always good to hear, right? And practice not being defensive of what he said to me, and really listening. So, and also to bring it back, this talking about, faking orgasms and faking pleasure and things like that. This is one of the things I'm going to be focusing on one of the nights in my free challenge, because this does come up. This has come up not just personally, but also with clients that I've worked with and women in my free group that I've been interacting with for a while now. So what is great is if this is something that you know that you do, or maybe not all the time, but you do it, and you want to know why. What is it that kind of makes you fake it, and that right there is what we're going to get into and dig into in my challenge. At least one of the days is going to be the focus around that, which is great because it happens a lot, and it doesn't have to, right? We don't have to do it. It's not required. And our partner doesn't want us to do it, really. I mean, if you think about it, your partner and the person you're with wants you to be happy and wants you to feel good. So you faking it doesn't do any of that. So the link for the registration, again, it's a free challenge. It's all next week. It starts Monday. I am doing live coaching sessions each night at 8 p.m. And that's through Zoom. So it's not going to be in my Facebook group. For those ladies that are in that group, you have to register separately for this. This is special, hands-on, really more one-on-one coaching in these 5 days, and diving into very specific topics around pleasure, around desires, around intimacy and sex and things like that. So if those are things that you struggle with, that you have trouble talking about, or may not even be aware of what really you want now, maybe you've reached a certain age and things change, right? I know I'm sure a hell of a lot different than I was 20-something, 22 instead of 42. So if you're interested, please register. The link will be in the comments. If you have any questions, please reach out to me and ask anything. You can message me or write a comment on here if you want. But I am excited to see you all, whoever is pulled to come join us starting Monday. Like I said, register below, ladies, and share if with any ladies that you think might need this help and the support. And it's going to be a really safe, great container for us to dive deep and really have some fun and pleasure and play. All right, take care, everyone.